linking us together, C&M for your international media.
Hello, 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 everyone. We are live on Zoom and live on Facebook. It is so good to see you all. So good to see you. Hello to everyone around the globe, wherever you are watching from. Welcome to the Independent Artist Virtual International Roundtable Interviews with C&M Media. I'm Carol Crawford and I'm in Seattle, Washington.
Hello, I am Miles Crawford in London, and we are super excited with today's interview. The Roundtable connects the UK gospel music industry to the US gospel industry, and over the coming weeks, we will be highlighting emerging and upcoming artists, independent gospel artists. Carol.
Thank you, Miles. And on each roundtable, we will include our industry expert friends from the UK and from the US. Today, we are so excited, and it's our absolute pleasure to welcome two of our industry friends, one from the UK, one from the US. We have Glenn Piper, who is a producer in the US, and Howard McCalla, who is a radio host in the UK. And Miles, who are our guests today?
My. We got a wonderful array of guests today. We've got Natalie Pearl in the UK, and Anya Dixon and Shelia Piper and Transparent in the US. Welcome along, everybody.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey. Thank you.
I can't wait to talk to you. We're going to be going around the table, and we want to hear where you're from, what you're doing. Tell us a bit about yourselves in your own words. And we're going to start with Transparent.
How you doing, guys?
All right.
First and foremost, I would like to thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, for even being here. I would like to thank C&M Media for even having me here also as well. My real name is Tremaine Barr. I am an independent artist from the US, out of Connecticut. I go by the name Transparent. As you can see on the screen, I spell it incorrectly because I was trying to let the people know that I'm not perfect. So the Z represents my imperfections, and the 3 represents the Holy Trinity. That shows that I am an imperfect person represented by a perfect God. So other than that, I just dropped my EP titled Spirit versus Flesh. That's on all digital music platforms. That will breaks down Transparent. If you listen to each song on the EP breaks down Transparent, talks about my struggles and what I've been through, and it's relatable. One of my biggest prayers from that is to not only be relatable, but to also be transformative, to transform the people. Either than that, I'm a God-fearing man, I'm married, and I'm here.
We are glad you're here. Thank you. Thanks, Transparent.
No problem.
Anya's up next.
Hey everybody, my name is Anya Dixon. I am another artist from the UK. I'm sorry, from the US. I love being in the UK. Maybe I'm speaking something. Maybe that's prophetic, maybe. Okay, yes, but I am from the US, from South Carolina. I did have an opportunity to visit the UK thanks to Miss Carol, and I've also met Brother Miles there a couple years ago for the International Gospel Summit. Like I said, gospel artist, recording artist, also minister of music at my church, evangelist, youth pastor, I've been blessed to have won a few awards, nothing big, but Rhythm of Gospel, Gospel Impact. And also here's another UK one, but the Women of Worship Gospel Awards in London. So God bless. So maybe that's the reason why I have UK on my mind. But God has definitely been good. He's blessed me to be able to record 2 albums, 2 projects. The most recent one, Overcomer, which has been the award winner. And I am so grateful for C&M and London Soul Radio for playing some of my music, which is also being heard in different areas across the country and now across the world. And yeah, I've been doing music pretty much all my life. Since I was 3.5, I started playing the piano, and all of the other instruments started coming along. And then God decided to bless my voice overnight around my senior year in high school. And I haven't been able to stop singing since then. So God is good. And I'm just excited about all that He is doing for me in my personal life and in my ministry and in my music career. And I'm excited to see where it goes from there. And you can find my music on all social media outlets, all music outlets, Spotify, Apple, iTunes. Just type in Overcomer, Anya Dixon, and there it is. Awesome.
Great. Awesome.
And thanks for having me.
Brilliant.
Thank you. And we'll take you in London. That's all right. You're
Right.
in London anytime. Thank you so much, Natalie.
Hi, thanks, Carol. Yeah, me too. I just want to say thank you to CNN Media for having me on here. It's been a hot minute. I know you've been trying to get me on board for stuff for some time now, but I'm just honored to be here. And hopefully this is just a start for things to come. But yeah, my name is Natalie Phillips. I also go by Natalie Pearl. I have been singing all my life as well, just like Anya said. I remember my grandma putting me on a chair in church and making me sing at 5 years old, that kind of stuff. Okay. It is the one. It is the one. So I have been singing all my life, been singing with choirs since the age of 12, up and down the UK. I'm from the UK. And I have just been blessed to be able to share my ministry with so many different artists over here, different choirs groups, IDMC, Isaiah Raymond Co, Mark Beswick, a lot. But I've also been blessed to have my own projects as well. So I started off with the recording of my EP in 2003. That was called All the Praise. That is not on the system. That is like when we weren't on internet back then, too tough. So, but I still have a few copies here, so you can find me on social medias and inbox me and I can get one out to you guys. And then did an album 2013, Unique Perspectives. It's a 19-track album. And yeah, I've won a few awards in that. God bless me that. I remember doing a video, my first official video called Hold On with Paul Watson. And that was an amazing experience to do. But that got me some attention and some awards as well. So then took a little break from music. I had some stuff I had to go through in my life and I took a break. And God said, okay, that's enough, time out, come back. And he brought me back with a reggae lovers rock version of Take Me to the King. So that was quite interesting. That got quite a bit of interest, and that is also available on all digital platforms. And yeah, I've just been singing and helping everybody else out since then, really. So that's a little bit about me. But yeah, I'm blessed to be here. And yeah. Cool.
Awesome. I'm glad you're here, Natalie.
Oh, great to have you. Great to have you. Love the accent.
It's been a while. I haven't seen you in person in a while. It's been quite a while. Yeah. Hopefully.
The hair's changed a lot, but I'm still the same.
Looks lovely. Looks lovely. All right. We're going to hear from Shelia.
Hi, I'm Christian soul artist, Shelia Piper. I'm here in the U.S. I'm Texas. I'm writing music when I was 8 years old. And I, like some of you, have been in music for a long time. But I didn't start really actually doing music until maybe 2007, 2008. And then it went on from there. I was part-time because I was teaching. The Lord led me in a different direction. He had me go to education first and teach first. And then after that, he, reminded me that I was that he had chosen me to do music. And so I stepped out and started doing music full time in 2014. And been doing music ever since. My husband and I have a record label in Axon. It's called BDMU Groove. And we not only just put out myself, but we have also helped others with their calling as well. And we've been doing that since 2017. And we released several artist singles. Last year, we were able to put out 6 singles, including my own. Let's Celebrate was one of the ones that we marketed. Get Excited is the one that everybody seems to pull around and always takes a video and use it and do things and put it on different sites and things like that. And I'm too blessed. I'm also blessed to be on different sites. If you Google me, I'll come up. Spotify, you can pretty much find me on all the different sites if you Google me. So I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you so much for seeing and media for having me. And I'm appreciative.
We are excited, and I love Get Excited. That was one of our kickoff songs.
Yeah, open the summit. Yeah, open the summit with that one. I thought, it's this?
Yeah.
Woo!
But you know what?
And so,
you probably don't remember, but I met you at the Texas Alliance conference several years ago. It was like 5 years ago.
We sure did. We met. I met Sis Carol. We did meet Fitzgerald. Mr. Fitzgerald is the president of the Dallas chapter. And that was years ago.
That was years ago.
Yeah, representing the chapter. And so we've stayed in contact ever since. And I'm just so glad to know you and all of you. So it's a blessing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a blessing for me. Thank you. And talking about you and your husband and your label, I think that's him sitting next to you, right?
That's
Glenn?
It better be.
Right.
So good. You know what? It's so good to put a face. It's good to put a face to a name. So good to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you. Glenn GP Piper, that's the name. Everybody calls me GP. Co-owner of BDMU Group Music. You see, I'm always rocking the brand. Rocking the brand. I'm a producer. I've been producing a long time. Also, I'm a touring musician, so I've worked with a lot of gospel artists and secular artists as well. James Fortune, Kathy Taylor, Lamar Campbell. Recently, we just did a thing with I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but John P. Key has done
we got an exclusive. Did we just get an exclusive?
He's doing a tribute to Rance Allen, and I've been blessed to be one of the engineers on a particular song that my good friend Gene Moore is on. And so it's just been a blessing, and I just stay humble. Just stay humble, and I'm humble, and thank you guys for even having us on here.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to meet you in person. I know you've got a lot of experience and a lot to share. I can't wait to sit down with you over a cup of tea.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Can we call you GP? Can we
call me GP.
We'll go with GP. We'll go with GP. I like GP.
Lovely, lovely. All right. So we have up next is Howard.
Hey, good evening, guys. How you all doing?
Hi, Howard.
Yeah, the radio voice.
Oh my God! Yes, yes, I love it.
Got to stay ready, right? Got to stay ready.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, it's a real pleasure to be here, Miles. I'm going to let you into a little bit of a secret.
Okay.
I've been doing radio I started in radio 27 years ago, right? So that's how long. But before then, as a youngster at university, I was in a group, right? I was in a group. Now, Miles, I'm trying to think if it was you. Back at what was the 291 Club, there's an event. Miles.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him
All
talk.
right.
Miles, there was an event. I don't know if you remember, it's an event called Cabaret.
That's right.
Cabaret. And
Yeah.
So I was at university, and me and some friends of mine, we had a four-piece boy band, right? And
what were they called?
Cliche.
Okay.
Oh.
Cliche.
Yeah.
Closely linked individuals creating harmonious expression. I even remember the name. And I think we got to the final of Cabaret. I'm sure, were you the host at the time? It was you.
I ran Cabaret. Yeah,
Oh,
I started. Cabaret? Yeah, I started Cabaret because of the detrimental effect the 291 was having on these artists, and so I started Cabaret of a place where you go to where you won't get booed off stage.
Yeah.
And we had a saying: polish, not demolish. You know, so it's more to build the artist rather than, you know, boo them off stage for fun. You know.
So yeah, it was an experience. I won't tell you how he got on, but anyway, it was.
So did you enter? Because we did 2 big shows at the Hackney Empire where the 291 Club. So for the US, the 291 Club was the British version of Live at the Apollo, right?
Yes.
So I presented the TV show with my co-presenter was a female DJ called DJ Lane. And she came up with the concept of the talent challenge, and it grew into the 291 Club, which was like the British version of Live at the Apollo. And so I was the TV link and the person who ran the section that decided the winners and the losers. But on that show, so many great acts got booed off for the wrong reason. They might have had the wrong colour shoes on, or their clothes didn't match, or they didn't get that first note right. And so I started a club called Cabaret. It was a mixture of cabaret and rave, things that were going on at the time, but it was a cabaret night. So you'd sit around tables and stuff like that. But then we had a spin-off show called the Talent Challenge, which Cliche probably entered as well.
Indeed.
So my.
I've taken off at a bit of a tangent. I don't see myself as a singer. It was a 4-piece a cappella group. You know, I think we covered a guide track at the time. I'm trying to think what it was now.
Okay.
Back in the day, but since
back in the day, man.
But I'm a radio broadcaster. I started 27 years ago at the BBC on local radio, and since then I kind of cut my teeth learning how to edit, how to present, how to produce. And back in the day, we had the reel-to-reel tape. So you had to learn to do an interview with a tape, and you had your little pen, your little chalk pen. You mark your
I remember those days. Wow.
So that's how long ago. And it's funny because I was doing a clear out the other day of a loft, and I went into a box and I had an old reel. With an interview on there. But anyway, so over the years it's developed. And I did a number of years at the BBC, and I also at one stage for a number of years I co-presented with my big brother Ibe Giant Killer. You may have heard of him. He currently works on Premier Radio, Premier Gospel, and a good friend of mine. And we did the BBC for quite a while. And since then I've moved on again, and I presented at a local station, internet station. And currently I do a show called The Gospel Zone, which broadcasts on two effectively the same station or same show, slightly different format in terms of content, called The Gospel Zone. One on a station called tropicalfm.com, which is a kind of a mainstream. It covers all types of music, but also on a fairly brand new gospel station which broadcast around the UK and around the world on the internet, called affinityextra.com. Really excited about that. Working with a host of great presenters and broadcasters and DJs in the UK. So I call them some of the UK's finest, and I'm privileged to be working with them. So yeah, so I love music. I love to hear about new artists, and I cover old and new. And actually, it's interesting that Natalie mentioned about her album, and I played Hold On Friday. I do a show on a Friday night, and actually I do a couple of throwback tracks. And Natalie, your track with Paul Watson was the track that I played.
Thank you.
And I still love it. It's still fresh.
Yeah.
Great track. And I do another show on a Sunday evening, which is broadcast online, which is visual. And it's great. Even with lockdown, I've been able to do things from home. So yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. A very long nutshell, but a nutshell all the same. You can tell I work in radio. Can't stop talking.
That's all right, Howard. That's all right. And we go back many years, and it's so good to see you. I listen to your show too. I put it on whenever I can, time zone allowing. But listen, thank you all for being on. And I'm going to go to Anya. Anya, it's good to see you. The last time I saw you in person was in London. It was in London. Yes. Yeah, we had such a good time. We went to Buckingham Palace, Tower Bridge. We were everywhere. What's your mum doing? Yes. Because your mum came, how is she?
Yes, she is doing so good. Ready to go back.
Good. Ready to, well, I know she's at the store today, right? Imagine This Boutique. She's there.
That's my aunt, Loretta Neal.
Oh, auntie. Okay.
Yeah, she's out here. Mom is probably, I'm thinking that she may be watching on Facebook. I shared the video, so she's been asking me, where's the link to it?
Mom.
So she's probably on.
You've got some really lovely songs like Hiding Place and Overcomer. Can you tell us, what does it mean to be an overcomer for you? Can you share with us what your experiences were when you wrote that song?
Yeah, Overcomer is really powerful personally for myself. A lot of people, when you think about what is an overcomer, who is an overcomer, is usually someone that has either overcome, a disease, something like cancer or heart attack or stroke. But for me, I tell people that I overcome daily. For those that may not know, I do have albinism, and I'm also visually impaired. So for me, waking up every day, I overcome the challenges of, dealing with my eyesight, of dealing with not looking like the rest of my family. I'm the only light-skinned, blonde-haired person in my family. I was the only one that looked like me all going through school. So I've always had to overcome those things. And it wasn't always easy. I've battled the whole suicidal thoughts, the whole, depression thing, just because it's been hard to deal with those things, accepting the fact that I can't drive. But I overcome. I know I have victory through Christ. Yes. The devil can't stop me. I've lived on my own in big cities. I've lived in New York. I've lived in Boston. I've lived in Atlanta. I travel all the time by myself. So I'm always overcoming those things. And I tell people, there is nothing that you cannot do. You can do all things through Christ that strengthen you. And as long as you believe in God, believe that you have already overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. So I stand firm on my testimony. And that's why that song really means so much. And I try to share that same thought and that same idea with the entire world, because I'm not the only one. We all have gone through things, and we can all say that at the end of the day, we're overcomers.
Yeah. Awesome. Wow. What a powerful testimony just of God's strength and power and encouragement in your life. You're an example to a lot of other people that are experiencing similar to you. And thanks for writing that song. I play it all the time. It's on repeat on my phone. All of your songs are on repeat.
Awesome.
Oh, thanks for sharing. Well, I want to go to Natalie. Natalie, now, the US industry is just there's some slight differences to the UK industry. Can you tell me, as an independent artist in the UK, do you feel equipped with sufficient knowledge and tools to be a successful artist?
That's an interesting question, because I think there's always information and enough tools and enough equipment to give you what you need to do. Sometimes it comes in the form of a diamond, and you have to dig a little deeper and cut some stone and kind of get your hands dirty to get that information. So yeah, I think that we have enough information, but some of it is a bit hard to find over here as opposed to in the US. So I would say in that way, because I know growing up, you kind of think, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's next. What do I need to do? There's no strategy, there's no plan or whatever. But I think if you link up with the right people, and I'm still learning, you know, I haven't got it all right. I've made some mistakes, boo-boos, and do you know what I mean? I'm still learning. But I think if you want it bad enough, you will go and seek that information. And there's been some artists in the UK that have done really well, and they've gotten that the keys, and they've run with it. And there's some of them do share and some don't. So like I said, it's just a different way of getting that information over here than it is in the US.
Right. Thanks for that. And you wrote a song called Silent Tears. Walk us through that process. Because I play it and I listen to it. I love it. But tell me what was going on at that time that inspired you to write that song, Silent Tears.
That song was written over a course of time. So I had the hook for it, and that came different to the verse, and it came different to the next verse. But in those times, I was actually going through a lot of different things. I remember when I was pregnant with my first child, and I had a lot of issues going with it. It wasn't a very easy pregnancy, and sometimes there was just nothing more than I can do than just cry, because I didn't want to lose this baby, but at the same time, it's just really scary time, you know. And when you don't have the words to express how you feel, sometimes you just have to cry to God, and he hears you. He counts every tear as a language. He understands every moan, every groan, sometimes when you don't even have the words to say. So that song, it ministers to me every time I sing it. It's just one of those songs that when people say, I want you to sing Silent Tears, I'm like, oh boy. I just kind of gear up. I'm like, okay, deep, we can get through this song. But it's I think some of the best songs are written through experiences like that. Or it doesn't have to be dark times. Sometimes big experiences of joy, achievement. Some of the biggest. That's it.
You know, it's great hearing your perspective, and you know, you've got a UK perspective, you've got a US perspective, and you know, you can pick things from both that relate to each other, and that's the beautiful thing I like about these UK-US roundtables. I mean, last time I saw Transparent, he was rocking it live on stage at the summit. I was outside, and I heard this guy on stage. I thought, what's going on in there? So I was queuing for the loo, but I left it. I ran back in to see this guy blowing up the room. Transparent. Is it dibbing and dabbing? That's right. Was it? Is it like an Afrobeat style you've got, or how would you explain your style of performance to us?
I look more as like, of course, it's gospel, but I feel like my type of style of music is more of a pop, R&B, rap mixed together. Like, because it's like if you listen to my songs, majority of them is like a smooth, and they just get your attention and they paint a picture to you to be like, wow, like I could relate to that, or I went through something like that, and I just use my experiences, what I went through, to tell the people, like, listen, just like Anya, you could be an overcomer, basically, and so I just use my story to tell his story.
Oh man, that's fantastic. And I love the way Anya has a little chat in between her songs as well.
Yeah.
Not to encourage the
There's a
people.
little chat. But oh man, it's fantastic. But if you want a show starter, you put on Get Excited. The music in the beginning just gets you clap. Bum, bum,
that's like an anthem.
Oh my goodness.
I love
Sheila,
it.
I thought, what? I used that track for ages to start all my shows because I do different shows on different platforms as well. And so I said to Carol, I really would like to meet Sheila. Then we came up with the idea of these. And so boom. Well, all of you guys were one of the first on the sheet. So we thought, no, let's get this all started. And Howard, man, we go back years.
Yes.
So Glenn, so did you produce that track, Get Excited, for Sheila, or what was that?
Actually, I did.
Collaboration.
I actually wrote it too. You know, I don't write a lot.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I don't write a lot because she's the writer. She got the pen. You know, she can write all day long.
Yeah.
You know, and I recognize it's a good thing when you can recognize each other's strength.
Yes.
You know, I produce all day long. You know, I can produce anything. But as far as like writing lyrics and stuff, I mean, I can write, but you know, to me, she does a real good job of that because it just flows out of her. And when I think of songs, you know, it has to make sense to me. You know, it has to say a message. You can't just put words down and drop some music of it. You know, it all has to make sense. And so, God, it's just fortunate that I was able to write this particular song.
We're glad you did. I love
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So Sheila, so as far as I'm concerned, Get Excited is a really successful song. And as an artist, what does success look like to you as an artist? Is it about the platforms that your music's on? Is it about the bookings? Is it about travel? I mean, what does success as an artist look like to you?
You know, years ago, I want to piggyback off what you guys were talking about when you talk about Get Excited.
Yeah.
Years ago, when I got ready to release the actual record, that the song that single came off of, we were searching for a single, and I didn't think that. I mean, we were trying to figure out what single was going to be. We didn't know that Get Excited was going to be the one to be released until I heard the song, and I was kind of skeptical at first about recording the song and releasing it because I did not know what other people were going to think. And although I've been doing music, writing music since I was 8 years old, it's kind of intimidating to me when you step out and start doing things like that because you never know what people are going to say. You never know what they're going to say. And so for me, I was a different kind of artist coming on the scene. And sometimes people expect you to have a one-dimensional kind of, they think their gospel is one type of sound, or they have a one-dimensional thing in their mind, or their mindset. So I was a little skeptical about singing the song and recording the song and stepping out with it. But when the Lord told me to record it and release the song, that was the single, and He wanted His people to get excited, and that I have to be different and not be a duplicate, then I realized that, this is, to me, what, I needed to do. So to me, success means you follow whatever it is that the Lord has given you in your heart to do.
Yes.
Not to be like anybody else, but to be you. Because at the end of the day, I always say that success is a destination. It's not a journey. And so in this artist thing, success is the journey, not the destination. And so if there's so much, you're going to be walking this thing for a while. It's going to be some things that you may try that may not work. It just so happened that thank God I listened to the Lord and I released Get Excited. But to me, success just means just doing what you're supposed to do and being true to yourself and not being somebody else. Because at the end of the day, you have to be true to you. And it doesn't matter who likes it and who don't like it. And I have learned, Sis Carol, from the summit last year, that good music always finds a home.
Right.
So we talked about that last year at the summit, and I was listening in, and good music always finds a home.
Yeah.
So if you record what you're supposed to record and do what you're supposed to do and be in your lane and just be the one that the Lord called you to be, then to me, that's being successful. And everything else to come with it, the opportunities, the travel, the platform, whatever else he wants you to do, if you just step out and be who he called you to be, I think everything else will line up.
I love that. Success is a journey and not a destination.
Yeah.
The journey. I love it. Thank you. Thanks for sharing and talking about your music and journey and being a BJ. And I want to hear from the radio side of things. Howard, like when artists send you their music, walk me through your process. You know, what you're looking for. What give us some things that are sometimes not there and sometimes are there, and things that artists include or don't include. And then I want to hear from Glenn in terms of, you know, kind of the right way to present your music and what the components are, what's needed. So let me go to Howard first, and just, you know, as a radio person, talk us through what you're looking for, what you receive, what your expectations are. Talk us through that process.
Oh, wow.
So that was a lot.
Be gentle, Howard, be gentle.
Yeah.
There's a few things, actually. Gospel music itself covers such a wide arena of styles under the umbrella of gospel. So whether or not you're doing country and western, you're going to be doing hip hop, R&B, kind of urban contemporary, whatever category you want to go with.
Mm-hmm.
First, know what you want to do. Not every station, not every show will cater for your music, because the show itself may be quite a niche a niche program.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing is, as an artist, I always say, don't send your music as a scattergun approach. Don't send it to everybody, because it may never get played. It may never get, they may listen to a few seconds and think it doesn't fit in. So if you're an R&B, if your track is an R&B track, try to find promoters, DJs, broadcasters, stations that will play that first of all. So first of all, you're focused. And actually what that means is you've done a little bit of research. You've bothered to listen to what the person is playing, and you think whether or not they like it or not, it fits within the category. That's important. What do I look for? I look for something that sounds finished.
Mm.
I look for something that has an air of quality about it. And guess what? It doesn't need to be like everybody else. I sometimes find it quite refreshing when an artist expresses themselves, which is unique to them.
Mm.
It could be in their voice. It could be in the way it's been produced. It could be in the way it starts. You know what? If I get a new album, rightly or wrongly, within the first 2 minutes, I can know if I'm going to enjoy a track or if I'm going to enjoy an album. Sometimes I listen to so much music, but I don't get to listen to a whole production, which is a bit of a self-critique of myself. So I would say, be true to yourself, know your audience in terms of who you're trying to reach, in terms of where your music fits within a particular station or show. And make sure, and this is probably one thing that I've, over the years, there are people who have sent me their music and I've never ever played it on air.
Mm.
It just didn't sound finished. It just wasn't of. Now I wouldn't classify myself as a singer, and as I listen to myself back on my own shows and I self-critique, because I'm thinking, oh, why did I say that? I was either rushing, or I wasn't quite focused enough, or I didn't do something right. And then so I always go on a journey of self-improvement. And I would like to think that an artist, before they get something, before they have the finished product, that they have people around them who will be truthful to them.
Mm-hmm.
That people can tell them it's not finished. You need to go back and re-record that. I know it's expensive, or it can be, nowadays things may be a bit cheaper depending on which way you go. But I always really believe that if you take an extra 10 minutes to finish the article or the product, for something that you want to be set in stone for the next 2 years. So why rush something? I don't suggest that you take 10 years to do a song that actually you may take 3 weeks to do.
Right.
You know, but then if you don't feel that you've got the skill set to do that, get people around you who will help you. Now, hopefully I haven't gone over the question, but really the key things for me is make sure you've got a quality product.
Right.
Make sure that you think about who your market is and how you're going to get it across. And actually the presentation of it. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, a book by its cover.
Yeah.
But sometimes I've seen if someone's in a photo shoot and I'm thinking, does it mean that every single gospel album has got to be everyone going smiling on the front? No, but maybe how you present it.
Shot fired.
No, but what I'm saying is, I mean, if I was to see, I mean, just looking at Shelia, and Sheila's got a beautiful smile, and if I was to see Shelia on an album cover, presentation wise, she looks great. The question is, some people are thinking, have you thought about how you're going to present it, even by doing a press release? Have you got a press release? Does it have a picture in there? Does it just give you a bit of an overview? The reason for me, when I do an interview, having done some research on an artist, a press release should be, what do I want either people to know or what do I want the presenter to ask me about? And it's a stepping stone in terms of getting people engaged. And, you know, so it may be that you've been maybe Shelia, you were a lawyer before you got into singing, or you were a chef. And actually that may be an interesting talking point. You may not think it, but actually you may be from cooking for hundreds to cooking for Jesus. So, you know, you're really corny, but you know,
Yeah.
sometimes there's something in your press release that gives the presenter an angle, if they're worth their salt, to pick up and have a conversation with you. So quality material, get a press release, find who you want to target, and maybe if you send an email in and you've not heard back, maybe send a response. It is a little bit difficult sometimes when you have to give feedback to people when it isn't very good. And I'll give you, just in closing, I'll be quick here. I remember another presenter friend of mine, I won't name him or her, said to me, "Did you get that track from so and so?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Have you played it?" I said, "No." He said, "Why not?" I said, "It doesn't sound finished." I said, "That's what I thought." And it's like, well, have they asked for feedback? And they said, "No, they haven't asked me." But I would tell them it is sometimes a little bit difficult because they've recorded it now, haven't they? It's finished. What do you do?
Right.
And I'm not saying that it's not a blessing. I'm just saying, do I want to play it on my show? Don't shoot me.
Well, that's a good point. And that's a good segue to Glenn in terms of a finished product. Maybe you can talk from a producer perspective on the product and the sound and everything else that comes with it. Maybe you could share a bit about what, from a producer's perspective, the things that an artist should do as they're recording their music and getting their music finished and ready for radio.
Well, it's a number of things that an artist should do. But first of all, to piggyback off of Miles, is it Miles? Miles
Yes.
Crawford?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not Miles. Howard. Yeah. Howard. Man, I agree. I totally of everything of what you said, man, and I got your back if somebody come for you.
Back up.
Yeah, I got your back. But making sure everything is finished. And what you got to realize is if you're going into the studio, you only got one chance to make a good impression. So understanding live, you might have some things that, you know, is live and whatever you put out there, that's it. But there is no excuse, and that's just me. There's no excuse to put out bad product if you take the time out to go into the studio and record. Nobody's hearing it except you. So you have to make sure that everything is on point, from the music, from the vocals. You have to make sure it's mixed right. You have to make sure it's mastered right. my process is like, I will go through each track. I'll go through the piano track and listen all the way down. If there's any kind of glitch in it, I'll fix it. I'll go through each vocal track, each background track, because once you start stacking that stuff, everything kind of starts sounding good. But if there's like one little thing in there, you might not be able to hear it if all the tracks are playing at the same time. So I'll go through each background track, each lead vocal track, and make sure that all that stuff is clean. And then we'll take out all the excess noise. And it might sound a little strategic and might sound like a little anal, but you have to think about the level of music that the people that are doing this on a higher level. I mean, same level as we are, but we are independent artists. So that means we have to even push that much further. So making sure that your music is mixed and mastered right. As far as like radio, these are some things that we've been taught. Shout out to Mr. Henry Harris. He told us this a long time ago.
Yeah.
When you're sending out an email,
Yeah.
make sure you include your album cover at the top of the email. Your PRO company, whether it be BMI or ASCAP, the name of the artist, the IRC code, which is the International Standard Recording Code, the single, the name of the song, when it's released, and all your social media stuff under it. Then you put your information in the body of the email. As far as the track itself, this is how we're going transferring over to the tagging. Make sure your music is tagged. And what I mean is, and then this is something that you can do. A lot of independent artists, I always encourage them to get as much knowledge as you can, because a lot of this stuff you can do yourself. That you don't have to hire people to do, just do a little bit of research. There's a website called MP3 Tag or something, and what that does is it identifies that song, and so it's a software that and you can only do MP3. You can't do waves. If you do a wave, I mean, back in the days, they used to, your master engineer used to put it in the CD, but everything, we live in a digital world now, and everything is digital. So you can only do it on MP3s. And so what it is, it's a software that you download, and you put that song in there, and you put all your information in there. Put the title of the song, when it was recorded, when it was copywritten, who are the publishers on the song. You put your RSC code in there. You put the album cover in there. Therefore, to make a long story short, when you send it to radio, and when they download it, all the information is there. All they have to click on is that everything is in there. Now, let's not mistake the RSC code for the ISW code. So now RSC code is for the recording only. And so if you do a remix, you got to have a different RSC code. Now, the ISWC is the International Standard Work Code. That's for your lyrics, and that's for the particular song. You normally get that through when you register with ASCAP or BMI. It's that particular work. And so once you register, it doesn't matter how many remixes you did for that song, the work is the work code. The RSC code, if you do a remix, say for instance, Howard decided he wanted to do a DJ mix for 1 hour songs or whatever. Or if he wanted to do a UK mix or dance mix, disco mix, each mix has to have its own RSC code because it's a unique code for that particular song. So backing up, make sure that it's tagged, make sure it's mixed right, make sure that you have multiple ears on it before you send it out to radio station. Do research. If you're gonna send it to a radio station, like he said, study that radio station, find out what they're playing. you know, before you send out. And it takes a little work. It takes a little research, you know. But I would say, you know, if you do that, that'll save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Because from experience, we spent a lot of money. We spent a lot of and I'm just being transparent. Like, we have spent a lot of money hiring different people, hiring this person, hiring radio promoters, hiring that, blase, and you get little to no results. So you always kind of forced to go, okay, well, let me do some research and let me study myself. And we call it vault lessons, expensive vault lessons. So if you're taking the time out to perfect your craft and make sure that your music is on point, and make sure, because at the end of the day, all you got is your name. You want to brand your name and stay consistent too. Really stay consistent. Even down to when you're doing your album cover, even down to the font. Every time you write your name, keep that font consistent, because that's your brand.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That is your brand. And so when everybody see your name, okay, I know who that person is, you know. That's what, to me, that's sort of tools that will help you make it in this business and move forward to keep it consistent.
That's good. That's good. And research and educating yourself are two big things. Two big things for everyone. Thank you both, Howard and Glenn, for that. So we're getting down to the wire here. We're almost to the end of our interviews, but this has been great talking to you all. And Miles, I know you've got something that you want to share.
Oh yeah, I just want to say, first of all, GP.
Yes, sir.
You are now part of my dinner talk. When I talk to my friends, yeah, I was speaking to my producer, GP, in the US, and that sort of thing, you know?
Ah, bless you, brother. Bless you, man.
Absolutely.
I'm honored, man. I'm honored and humble.
So, yeah, if you know, but before we finish, there's a little something that I like to do when we interview, and Howard, you are joining in this as well, and also GP. This is also for the artists as well. It's just a little quick fire question section that I like to do. Could be about anything, but all I ask is whatever I ask you, just answer honestly. So yeah, you up for that? Okay, good. Right, so Carol, do you want to join in on this or
of course, yeah. You know, I've got my favorite question.
Okay, so who do you want to take, the males or the females?
I'm taking the ladies.
Oh yeah, you had the males last time.
Yeah.
You had the males last time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll start with Anya.
As we were,
I can start with
Anya. Do you want
Anya.
to start then?
Yeah.
Okay, off you go. Yeah.
Anya, so don't
Yes,
think about
ma'am.
it. Don't think about it. Just give me your answer.
Okay.
Hotel or Airbnb?
Hotel.
Okay. Pedicure or manicure?
Pedicure.
Pedicure. Okay. Okay, Miles, you
Wow.
want to? Okay, we'll
Oh,
flip.
absolutely. I'm going straight to Glenn. On this one. Okay.
GP.
All right.
GP. Sorry, GP.
Yes,
so,
sir.
GP, just tell me, VIP to the Super Bowl or VIP to NBA basketball?
Super Bowl all day long. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go. Oh,
I've got another one. No,
yeah.
Yeah, I've got another one for Glenn. Let me. Okay, here we go. Here's one for you. Right, CD or vinyl?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go vinyl, man. I'm old school. I'm gonna have to go vinyl. I actually got some vinyls too. I got a whole collection of them.
Wow.
I don't know how much time we got, but vinyl is coming back. Vinyl is coming back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, vinyl is coming back, and they actually selling for a lot. So.
That's good. Good to know. Good to know. Thanks for that. Natalie. Natalie.
Hey.
Winter holiday in the snow or summer holiday at the beach?
Oh, easy. Summer holiday. You didn't even have to tell me where. Hands down.
Okay.
I know it's cold. I'm in the UK.
All right.
Oh, funny. That's funny.
Okay.
That's funny.
Honored guest at Buckingham Palace or honored guest at the Brit Awards?
The climate we're in, honored guest at the Brit Awards.
Move it on. I didn't think that question through. Go ahead.
Funny. So, Howard, here we go. Okay, Howard, DIY or call a professional?
Call a professional.
Yeah, he had to think about that a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Not my dad used to say to me, but yeah, it's call a professional. Yeah, let's get it done.
At least you're honest. You're honest. Okay, here we go. So, Windows laptop or Apple iPad?
I've always used Windows. If it's an iPad, Windows.
Oh, okay.
Look at GP.
I know. He's
Man. We used to be
GP,
friends, man.
absolutely, GP.
We used to be friends, man.
We need to talk to this guy. We need to
pull him in a corner, man, and talk him.
Okay, Sheila. First class plane tickets or first class cruise tickets?
First class cruise ticket.
I knew that was gonna be the one too.
I like to cruise. I'm not a big flyer. I do fly, but I like cruise.
And you're saying no.
No. All right. Coffee or smoothie?
Smoothie.
Smoothie? Oh,
I'm sorry. Smoothie.
Smoothie? Okay.
Smoothie.
All right.
Oh. So transparent. You're looking pretty fit there. Looking pretty fit in that tight t-shirt. So yeah, the first thing is I'm going to ask you, gym or swimming pool?
Yeah, I'll take the gym. That's a no-brainer.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, here we go. Bit random, this one, right? Morning time or evening time?
Evening time.
See, same as me. Boom. Evening time, right there. Brilliant. You
Thank you all for thanks for doing our quick fire questions. We love doing that. So listen, before we wrap up, I would love all of you just to share where people can find you, your social media. We will be including these links in the interview afterwards, but yeah, please just share where people can find you. We're going to start with Sheila and Glenn, and then Anya, Natalie, Transparent, Howard. Yeah, just share your social media. Where can people find you? Where can they connect with you? Where can they get your music?
Okay, I'm on Facebook. I have 2 pages, MSSHEE, Mishishi. I'm also on Twitter. My Twitter handle is MSSHELIA. Also have 2 websites. My personal website is SheilaMoorePiper.com, and we have a music website together where we're a label website, which is bdmugroove.music.com. And we're also on
Thank
Instagram
you.
also, but
Thank
on
you.
Instagram we're what, BDM? BDM, yeah, the BDM group. So I'll let Glenn talk about that.
Well, you can find me on Instagram, GlennGP23. Also at BDMU Group Music on Instagram. Twitter is Glenn GP Piper. Twitter at BDMU Group Music, and Facebook Glenn GP Piper. And also we have a Facebook BDMU Group Music as well. You see how we staying consistent.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. And so she just said our website, bdmugroupmusic.com. So and then you can go to the website and find everything, and just, you know, everything there as well.
Great, great, great.
Awesome. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at official Anya Dixon. That's ANYADIXON. And that's Instagram and Facebook. You could also go to anyadixon.com. And for the music, just go wherever music is available and type in Anya Dixon. Or if you get stuck, just go to Google and type in Anya Dixon and you'll find me everywhere. There.
We got you. I just followed you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool. Is that me next, I think?
Yeah.
So I'm in transition and changing my name, but you can still find me as Natalie Phillips. So it's Natalie, and Phillips with 2 L's, PHILLIPS. You can find me on Facebook, Natalie Phillips, or you can find me on Facebook as Natalie Pearl, so PEARL. On Instagram, I'm at Nat's Place, so NATZ Place. On Twitter, I'm on at Nat's Place. Trying to stay consistent there, Glenn.
Right.
And even through the transition, I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, on Twitter. And if you're looking to buy my products, then look for me as Natalie Phillips on Amazon, iTunes, and all the platforms there.
I just followed you too.
Hey!
Yeah. Hey, we're getting it in. Right.
That's all right.
All right, I guess it's my turn now.
Oh yeah.
All right. Facebook, you can follow me at transparent_TZ3. Instagram, I am transparent. I also have a TikTok. You can follow me at I am transparent as well. My website is transparentnow.com. I also have a inspirational page where I encourage the people on Instagram at 203_transparent.
Got you, bro. And I just followed you, man.
Cool. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm following everybody. Yeah.
I hope everyone watching on social media are following you too.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm busy playing catch up, trying to follow people at the same time, but
Right.
I'll get Carol to send me all the details later.
We'll send you all the links. Yeah.
Great. So I think
we'll put all the links in.
I've just found Anya, just found Transparent. I'll go and find Glenn and Shelia a bit later. So I've probably not been as consistent with the names. The Gospel Zone is one that is quite a popular term. But on Facebook, I'm Howard Gospel Zone. I've actually got a page called The Gospel Zone. If you're on Instagram, it's just under my name. I am Howie Mack, HOWIEMACK. I am Howie Mack. That's the one.
Hey, man.
On it.
DP, man.
He is on it today. Awesome.
Hey, I'll be on it, man. I'll be on it.
Hey, GP, in a former life, you worked for the FBI, right?
The research. That's the research.
So Twitter at The Gospel Zone, Instagram, I'm Howie Mack. and my Facebook page is Howard Gospel Zone. So if you look, within all of those, and even on YouTube, it's Gospel Zone Info. You'll find me there somewhere. And all of the links are on my Instagram page anyway. So one way or the other, I'm a fairly open book. You can find me, and yeah, there you go.
Howard, what day and time is your show?
So UK time, obviously, on a Friday night from 9 until 11 p.m. and on a Sunday evening from 6 until 8. So Friday night is Affinity Extra, and on Sunday evening it's tropicalfm.com. So
Right.
so always happy to talk to people. You know, I've done lots of interviews over the years with people. Yeah, I remember years ago I did an interview when Kirk came to the UK, and I mean, right now Kirk is someone everybody wants to talk to, isn't it? It's
Right. Yeah.
Pray for my brother. Yeah.
Okay, we'll be praying. We'll be praying. Thank you. Thank you.
But all good. You know, it's great to connect with all of the artists and producers as well here tonight. And you know, we should, over the coming weeks, we should get things set up. It'd be great to connect with you again on a one-to-one basis and talk further. That
would be awesome. That would be awesome. Wonderful. Thank you all for sharing.
I'm going to be a bit selfish here. I'm going to be a bit selfish because got to big up Natalie Pearl, Natalie Phillips, having known her for a good number of years and seen her music. And actually, Natalie, I was actually looking at your album yesterday, and I forgot it was 19 tracks on the album you did back in 2000.
19 tracks, yeah.
2008?
Was it, sorry?
2013 or 2008?
13, yeah.
2013, yeah. So yeah, I was like, wow.
I'm working on some more stuff, Howard. Don't worry, I've got your back. I'm coming for you.
Hey, good. I'm looking forward to hearing everyone's music and stuff, and really been able to, you know, I just want to be a catalyst to support people, be a platform to share the good news with people, and you know, you guys have worked so hard on your gifting, and it's so right that I can just be able to support you and hey guys, listen to this.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, now you're exchanging social media. You can message each other, share your emails, get your music across. Get your music across to Howard. That would be awesome. Thank you all for being on.
Thank you, Carol.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Miles, thank you so much, Carol.
Yes.
Brother Miles, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you so much, Howard, Nellie.
We will talk soon.
Hey.
Nice meeting everybody.
I just want to say a special thank you to everybody. You all made a great effort today. We were sincerely really excited about this one.
Yeah.
Look, you know, that's not a pun from your, you know, get excited, but we were sincerely excited. Natalie Pearl, I know you as Natalie. All right, yeah. Lovely. You're going to go with Pearl, right?
I'm going to go with Pearl. I'm going to go with Pearl. I'm going to stick with Pearl.
Absolutely.
And the story behind that will come out at some point.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, let us know. Let us know. And if you need any advice, GP is there, man. He's got our back. Boom.
About
I got everybody's back. And, nobody's gonna mess with you. I'm telling you.
Howard,
if they do, y'all hit me up.
Yeah. Howard, we gotta hook up, Howard. You know, you're doing great things out there, and it's really good to have that connection back in the day. It's interesting how it always comes round, isn't it? It always comes round. You know, so keep up the good work. Anya, it was a pleasure meeting you at the summit last year. You rocked it then. You're rocking it still now. I love the Overcomer song. It's beautiful, beautiful.
It is.
Transparent. You've revolutionized my view, as Howard can tell you, as a radio person who plays people's tracks on radio. You do have a certain genre, you do have a certain sect that you stick with, but you kind of blow mine apart. So I kind of
I appreciate
like
that. Thank you.
I'm loving that. So keep up the good work, and I'm going to meet you in person again. Sheila,
likewise.
GP, wow. As soon as this lockdown lifts, I'm coming across to the US. Carol knows.
Oh, man.
And listen, we have to hook up. We have to hook up. And well, it's been explosive today, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care now. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye for now.
everybody.
All
Take
right.
care. Bye.
C&M, linking us together. C&M for your international media.